You are now listening to a 302 Birds podcast experience, proudly powered by Tick Pick, Cutbet, El Diablo Burritos, Nick's Pizza, and Klondike Kates on the heart of Main Street.
Speaking of, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another pregame live show. Glad to see a ton of you guys already joining us online. Thank you guys for that. If you're not doing anything, it's not too late to swing down to Klondike Kates. It's getting a little bit packed here, I'm not going to lie, but hey, the line's worth it. But I'm here tonight with Alyssa. We are upstairs at Klondike Kates for the Eagles-Chiefs game, about to see the Birds take down the Chiefs, the Kelsey Ball 2.0. Yes. Emotions are running high tonight in this game, to say the least, but there's a lot to talk about. So happy to be here with Alyssa tonight. I don't know if we'll have anyone else joining us, FYI. We will find out. But we do have some amazing graphics tonight. So shout out to Ash for putting those together. But first touchdown scorer tonight, Alyssa. From your amateur football perspective, who do you have as your first touchdown scorer tonight?
AJ Brown. At least I hope. He's on my fantasy team, and he's been killing it and carrying my fantasy team. And I have all the faith in AJ Brown.
I like AJ Brown, too. I took that bet, plus 900 on DraftKings. $15 will pay me $150. So you're basically getting a 10 times multiple, which I really like that personally. Alyssa would like that, too, because it's Christmas time, so it's time to buy gifts.
You keep cutting me out of the camera.
I didn't know. I was going to center it.
I was in the dark.
Here, there you go. There you go. But, yeah, A.J. Brown's a great pick. If you had to pick anyone else, do you have any secondary picks? I mean, Dallas Goedert is usually a popular pick here, but anyone else? Or if there was a Chiefs player that you were afraid of to get the first touchdown?
I don't know. Maybe Smitty for the first touchdown. I'm a Smitty fan, too. And I don't follow sports. I don't know players other than the
So
Eagles.
DeAndre Swift, Jalen Hurts.
Team, I don't know them. I know my
now, what about on the
players,
Chiefs?
On the
Are you afraid of a certain guy getting a
Travis
touchdown first?
Kelce.
There you go. Layup of an answer. She got it. But, yeah, Travis Kelce, I'm a little bit worried about him getting the first touchdown because A.J. Brown or Jalen Hurts, I think, are going to get it. They've been the go-to guys this year. Smitty's a good secondary pick, but I'm kind of nervous. Arrowhead, Chiefs Stadium, their house, doing their thing. You never know. But now, speaking of in his house, and he's actually, I've seen the stat, he's never lost one of these games, which I find fascinating. Andy Reid tonight playing a game that he's basically undefeated in. He's never lost, either on the Eagles side or on the Chiefs side coaching. He's never lost in this matchup, which it's pretty cool to say that as a coach, number one. But number two, to think about how hard that is, when you look at all the games, some of them are closer than others, but that ends tonight is the main point. I do think Andy Reid is obviously one of the best, if not the best coach in the NFL right now, but he has flaws. If there's a team that knows how to expose them, it's us. We almost did it in the Super Bowl. We came this close. So if Jalen Hurts' lock screen the whole entire offseason has been that red and yellow confetti falling on him, it would not surprise me to see the Eagles absolutely come out and dominate tonight.
Is that really his lock screen?
It's been his lock screen the whole offseason, is him walking off the field and then the other team's confetti falling on him. So it's constant motivation. It's constant, reminder of what it's all about. And speaking of, what is up?
Go Birds!
How are you, man?
Not too bad. How are you?
Mr. Reliable in the house. Good to see you. I know Alyssa's relieved. We were using every Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift topic we could. Thank God. Only 5 minutes in.
Jason, the best Kelce of them all.
Oh, we have a topic coming up for that. But how you feeling about Andy Reid tonight? He's never lost in this matchup, man.
No, I know. And also it's Andy Reid after a bye week too, which is scary because apparently he has like the best record of any NFL coach in history after a bye week. So
and burgers are $5 off tonight at Klondike Kates, I think.
Yo, that'd be so funny seeing him munch on one on the sideline.
They're really good, just saying.
That's funny. No, but I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I think we have his number tonight. I really do. This Eagles team is playing really well. I think that Sean Desai is going to make the right moves to be able to contain the pass, and I think the weather is going to help us a lot. And I think that we're just a better team in the trenches. So I definitely think that, Andy Reid's a great coach, but I think our talent is going to outmatch his coaching tonight.
Ooh,
I do
talent
think
outmatching the coaching.
it's bad weather. It's bad weather. I mean, I really like it. Jalen Hurts is not going to throw for probably more than 240 yards. I think he's going to have a touchdown on the ground. I think Swift is going to have a huge game. I mean, being the weatherman I am, I was looking at the weather.
He better have a huge game today.
He's got to. He's
The
got to
most
have one.
Swift in the house.
No, I don't even think she's there.
I heard the parents were meeting each other tonight.
I did too, but like on my live, I just got off TikTok live, and people were saying that she's still in Brazil.
Oh,
She
wow.
never came back. But you know
She's
what?
too afraid to show her face there. I wouldn't either.
I heard that there's a lot of Eagles fans in Kansas City right now. We travel well. So she probably would be scared.
We do travel well. I think it's kind of a shame that it all happened that way. But as an Eagles fan, correct me if I'm wrong, I almost like that Taylor Swift isn't there because I feel like that's going to motivate Travis Kelce more. Like, I'm taking the under tonight on 7.5 receptions. I don't think he's going to get it. You know what I mean? I've been seeing Instagram all about that. The Eagles haven't allowed more than 8 receptions by a tight end on any team this season. Taylor Swift's not in the house. All odds stacked against him. I honestly think he might be quiet. The only time I'm really afraid of Travis Kelce, I think, would be a red zone touchdown, which actually we were talking about earlier, and I wanted to ask you, do you have a first tutty tonight, a first touchdown?
I don't have a first touchdown, but I can read you through some of my picks.
Yeah, let's hear them.
So let's see. Let me log in the DraftKings here. I have some good ones. I'm actually feeling very confident. So I have, for just overall, put $10 down on each team scoring a touchdown in each half and each team scoring a field goal in each half. I think that's a pretty realistic bet.
Okay.
And then I have, my big
Who gave
parlay.
out that bet? I like that bet. I want to take that.
Yeah, it's plus 1,300. And so
What app is giving that out?
DraftKings.
I might have to copy that.
Oh, I'm sorry, plus 1,500.
I'm copying that.
How are you gonna you're in Delaware though?
I know. I might have to run up to Pennsylvania real quick. Second quarter.
And then, so my Eagles parlay, I have Jalen Hurts anytime tutty. And then I have Phillies Eagles money line, Jalen Hurts plus 200, DeAndre Swift over 59.5, and then Jake Elliott over 1.5 field goals made.
Ooh, I like the Jake Elliott over 1.5 field goals. I love that bet that you said plus 1,500. I do think that you could see a 17-10 score at half and then, like a 24-38 finish.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be an offensive matchup. I think that it's going to be a high scoring game. I don't think it's going to be a 24-28 game. I think it's going to be in the 40s for both teams. I think that this could be one of the most historic NFL games we've ever seen. Like, just with all that is going into this, both teams being healthy, supposedly. It's on grass. So, like, everybody's saying that Eagles fans can't complain. I'm excited, man.
Yeah, no, definitely. What are you most nervous for?
I am most nervous for Patrick Mahomes. My biggest key to this game is going to be containing that guy because we have seen time in and time out when, you can contain that guy, you're going to win the game. The Buccaneers, when they put constant pressure on him, it was an easy Super Bowl win for them. However, when you give that guy time, when you give him time to make a decision, think, move around in the pocket, that's when he's going to bite you. And that's probably my biggest fear tonight. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm most scared for not necessarily Patrick Mahomes, but our secondary, and also being down to Kobe Dean. I mean, I love Zach Cunningham and the other guy that we have playing. Who is it? But I know Cunningham's having a great year. I forget who replaces Nakobe Dean, but
I feel like it's someone new every week.
Yeah, but like our secondary, I'm really nervous about that. And we're finally getting healthy on that front. Like, I think Bradbury's back. I mean, Slay's back. Like, I think we're going to have some consistency there. I think Eli Ricks is back from injury, which is great. That's kind of big for us. But we could get lit up because they have not looked good all year. They really haven't. And if our defense can't, for some reason, get sacks on Mahomes, like he's gonna, like you said, he's gonna slice and dice us. So I'm hoping that our secondary can hold their own, and our defensive line can get the Mahomes. I think that's the biggest key to the game. I'm not worried about our offense. As much as I hate Johnson, I mean, I think that it'll work out. I think we should end up on the upper end of the game, but the defense is what concerns me the most.
Yeah, I can understand that. Their defense has been quiet this year. I think obviously with all the Swift hype and everything that's going on, a lot of people forget how good their defense has been. In your opinion, Alyssa, what are you most afraid of as an Eagles fan tonight? Or what is your biggest fear for the Eagles with the Chiefs matchup?
That we're gonna
Not a
have
player, maybe an off the field occurrence. Are you afraid of
off the field occurrence?
Taylor Swift halftime appearance, flies in for a crazy halftime show off of a jet from Brazil for Travis. There you go. You don't think anything like that's gonna happen?
That'd be kind of iconic.
See, the ladies would be about it.
It's gonna happen. I hope it happens at this game against the Eagles. Actually, better be in an Eagles jersey or at least a half and half like Mama Kelsey.
She's going to be in an Eagles jersey. If she is there, she's going to be in an Eagles jersey.
You think?
I hope.
I don't think so.
She needs to be.
If she's not, she's going to lose. She knows that
the entire Philadelphia region will never listen to her music again if she's not in an Eagles jersey tonight.
I think it'll at least be a half and half situation.
So let me ask you guys something then. With that being said, the whole half and half situation, the Kelsey brothers have been getting compared their entire life, I'm sure. I'm sure that they don't need a couple of lonely podcasters from Delaware comparing them once again. Not even, media credential. But if I had to ask you, Matt, we'll start with you. Who is the better Kelsey brother and why? Who do you got?
I mean, of course I'm going to be biased. I think Jason Kelsey's a lot better. But if we're looking at historically, I mean, you can't dumb down what Travis Kelsey has done in his career. I mean, like, at the end of his career, he's going to be the best tight end probably to ever play the game. I think he'll be better than Gronk. I think he'll be better, than Tony Gonzalez. I think, just his stats, and people say, oh, he's not a blocker. He's not that. But I mean, like, he single-handedly changes the game. And, Jason Kelsey, as much as I love him, I mean, he's one of the best centers in the game. So, I mean, I guess it really depends on what position you think is more valuable to a team. Is the center more valuable? Is the tight end? Me personally, I think the center is. I mean, he's handling the ball. He's the pool blocker. I mean, he's blocking on every single play. I feel like tight ends, you can draft one and develop them really well. I mean, the Eagles have done it for 12, 15 years now. Brent Selleck, Zach Ertz, Dallas Goedert. We've had I don't think that's as hard to replace as a good offensive lineman. So, I think Kelsey has the edge on that end because he's been so consistent for so long. Ever since he got into the league, he has been one of the best offensive linemen in the league. So it's like that's one of those things.
I like it, and I think too when you compare them, like you kind of said, Matt, they bring so much on the field. They're both great players. They're both revolutionary at their position, but also off the field. I got to give a lot of credit to both the gentlemen for what they do. Obviously, I'm going to be biased once again and talk about how Jason does more. No, I'm not going to compare them. But what I will say is I will bring up this and compare this. Jason Kelsey did have that iconic Super Bowl speech before. And I'm not saying, the Chiefs won one after us. I'm just saying Jason Kelsey was the guy who got on a mic unapologetically and did not care what the world thought after winning a Super Bowl. And no disrespect to Travis Kelsey. It's his big brother. Of course he's going to do it. But, I think that, Jason will always be, when you think of Kelsey and you think of the last name, I think at least, of course, we do. We think of the Eagle first, but his claim to fame, I don't know. Now with this Taylor Swift antics, though, and now them becoming singers and all that they bring celebrity-wise off the field, it's just wild. Alyssa, you got a better Kelsey brother? Are you going to be the female favorite here and say Travis or?
Okay. Obviously, I'm a Jason girl. I'm going to pick Jason Kelsey every time. But speaking for most females everywhere, Sorry, but most of them would pick Travis.
Oh my God,
Kelce.
yeah.
Although, who's on the sexiest man alive list?
Yep.
Not Travis Kelce.
Jason Kelce. Sexy Batman.
That's what matters to me.
And also, when you look at some of these videos online too, and I'll leave it with this, but you see Jason Kelce, you know, being a international celebrity now too, but he's on, you know, the freaking Thursday Night Football with the Bears the other night. And, you know, after he's spotted going to this lady's place, eating cheese fries, tearing it up. And he's just changing people's lives with interactions. And I think that's what's so beautiful about the Kelce brothers is they aren't just football players, but they're human beings too. And they're interactive human beings. And as a fan, as a football fan, a passionate person, we love that. We eat that up. And, you know, if the NFL is scripted, more power to you and Campbell's Chunky Soup, because I'm keeping buying it.
Yeah, I was actually, because we were talking about Taylor Swift again, I just looked on TMZ, and she will not be in attendance because she is performing tonight in Rio de Janeiro. So
We booked a concert on purpose.
She's performing at Arrowhead Stadium. No.
yeah, no. So
Snoop Dogg's whole
Can
ad.
you imagine? I'd be so mad we didn't go to that game.
What was that? Was that a thought going to Kansas City?
No,
We
that
shoulda. If Taylor Swift is there.
it might be a thought next time though, because I will say this. What do you think of this, Matt? On a side note, I think that this will be a matchup that the NFL will want for years to come, as long as both Kelce brothers are around. I don't know how much more longer we have Jason. I think that this is honestly his last year. But like Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes is going to be a premier ticket seller watch game for the NFL for years to come. So I think that you're going to see this matchup more than we think.
Well, I also think that, you know, if the Eagles win tonight, then we can officially label it kind of like a rivalry.
Yeah.
You know, like we can't label it a rivalry because we haven't beaten them in 12 years. You know, like we can't do that. It's kind of like the Sixers and Joel Embiid saying that the Celtics,
when the Giants try to say that they're our biggest rivalry in the NFC East.
Yeah, like, yeah, we fucking hate you, but like it's not a rivalry because we win every single time. But like it's the same thing as the Sixers and the Celtics. You know, Joel Embiid's always like, we're not rivals because they beat us. They win every single time. If we can beat the Chiefs today, I do think that we can start saying that like we hate the Chiefs and like they're up there on our rivalry list. But I think it's more of a good rivalry. I don't think it's like hatred. I think it's more like, you know what, like we're the two best teams in the NFL and we want to be better than you. And I think that's the kind of rivalry it would be. It wouldn't be like a rivalry like us and the Cowboys or us and the Giants or us and the Commanders. But it would be more of like a competition-based rivalry where it's like we want to be the best in the NFL.
Yeah, I hear that. It's going to be a very, very fun game to watch tonight. Kelce brothers, an entertaining one for sure. Other than that, though, I mean, we pretty much covered everything. I want to give a huge shout out to Klondike Kates again for hosting us tonight, having us all here. More people I know are going to come through a little bit. I want to thank Alyssa for jumping on last minute, a true 302 Birds podcaster off the cuff here joining us tonight. And thank her for her time as an awesome on-camera presence. I want to thank Matt last minute for jumping off too with us. Mr. Dual Streamer. He's a TikTok streamer. He's a YouTube streamer. He's a Facebook streamer. I think he has found a career in streaming. No, I'm kidding. Jumping on with us and hopefully we get it done tonight. Any final remarks, my man?
Dude, go Birds. That's all I got to say.
Go Birds. Get it done. And Jack and Josh, if you're watching, as always, Josh, it's not an intro. It's an outro. Hit that outro.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.